Hello everyone, very good evening. My name is Vishwadeep and I welcome you all on Unacademy's Computer Science Channel for unlimited learning. Today in this session I am trying to get you the information, I am trying to give you the information that how you can get into the top tech companies like Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Facebook, like this. So the today's session is focused on how exactly you can get into these companies, and on different prospects we will talk about that how exactly you can approach from the current position of your career to these companies. You may be a student, this session is for you. If you are a graduated person and trying to search the job, still this particular session is for you. If you are already working in a company, you are working as a software developer, still this particular session is for you. So this particular session is going to help all the students who are not student, all those members who are actually seeking for the job in these tech companies. So before I start, I want to know, is everything okay? My visuals, video, audio, everything is okay or not? Can you please type down in the comment box? मेरी आवाज आ रही है clearly? You guys can see me properly or not? Very good evening everyone, and if you are here, can you please like the video? Okay, fine. So before we start here, my name is Vishwadeep. Let me introduce myself. I have written GATE multiple times, GATE exam in computer science. This is the rank 19. Apart from that, in my third year I scored 682 and then 119, 440. So many ranks I have scored in GATE computer science. Went for my masters in IISc Bangalore. Another MTech I completed from BITS Pilani in data science to learn the data science and new technologies and trends. I am having a rich experience in teaching for GATE and ESE, almost 9 years and 13 years total of training the engineering students. These are the courses I used to teach in the computer science. Okay, fine. So this is the profile. You can visit on Unacademy's platform if you want to learn for free GATE and computer science subjects. Okay, so let's immediately go into the today's agenda, but I want, before going further, you guys like the video and subscribe the channel if you are planning to learn coding, if you are planning to learn machine learning, if you are planning to learn data structures, if you are planning to learn for GATE computer science, if you are planning to learn for placement training. All these things we as a team will bring for you on this particular channel. So you subscribe the channel if you have not till now, and if you can share the link with all of your friends who can be benefited with this particular lecture, then please do it. So fine, so today's agenda is this one. So first of all, we'll talk about what kind of interview processes these people are having in these companies. Okay, so I'll tell you about that, what type of process they are having, then how you can prepare for their interviews. Second thing, starting step. Third step, we are going to talk about that advanced level preparation, how you can advance your level so that actually you can be picked by these companies, and at the end I'll be giving you tips to follow. Now here there are two things. Two things are what? There are two options to reach to these companies. First option will be you go for GATE exam, crack it, go into the masters in the really good college like IITs, NITs or IISc or same level college. Then in these colleges, these companies will be coming for your placements. One option. Second option, if you are still working in IT industry or if you are seeking for job, you don't want to go for masters, then this is the another option you have. Still you can reach to these companies. All the options I have covered here. So all those people who wanted to go for GATE and masters and then placement in these companies, are the people who are working in the industry and want to go for these companies job, this particular session is going to benefit both. Okay, so now listen. First thing is interview procedure. First of all, To achieve anything, you need to understand what you want to achieve. Anything you want to crack, suppose I want to write an exam of my university, I want to understand first that what type of question that university will ask, what type of pattern that university will be having. Based on it, I will be preparing for my exam. Simple as that. The same thing happens with every single thing. You need to know your target before you start preparing for it. For GATE exam also, I used to tell to all of my students कि you need to understand the exam before you target the exam. Similarly, you understand what kind of interview procedure they are having. So I have brought some brief information for you. I'll not take much time on these kind of things, but let's see. First thing, interview procedure for the product-based companies, they want to test your ability. Only one thing, they want to know your problem-solving ability. And as being computer science people, you should understand what is your problem-solving ability into what? Coding. Into what? Into the programming. So major part of any product-based company's interview process will be based on data structures and programming and your coding skills. But in that too, problem solving, this is very important part, boss. ये बहुत जरूरी point है, and you should understand exactly कि how you can improve your problem solving in the coding also. You have learned programming languages, fine, but can you solve a specific new problem which will be thrown to you in the industry? If you can prove, yes, I can solve any kind of problems, yes, these companies are for you. So you need to improve this kind of understanding, this kind of problem solving. By what? By how? So many informations I am going to provide you. You can go step by step, and hence you can achieve such kind of level to be picked by these companies. Okay, so the very first thing, Amazon car interview procedure for software development engineer. Very simple thing, 2 to 5 coding rounds they'll be taking, and another one, design round. What is design round? You know what is coding round. Most of you will be knowing what is coding round, but what is design round? Design round is mostly based on a particular OOAD kind of techniques or object oriented programming methodology, in which you will be asked if this is the application. Let's suppose, one example, you will have to create a portal kind of a book my show. So how you will design it? In the object oriented modeling, like these will be the modules. In this module, this particular things or functionality will be there. This particular module will be designed like this. So basic design will be asked if you are going for Amazon interview. But this design round is mostly for those members who are having little bit experience. Might possible, not always true. Might possible for the freshers, this design round will not be there. But coding round for sure, short, minimum 3 rounds. One written test in the coding, and then 2 to 5 rounds of interview only in the coding. Okay, another one, Microsoft, same exactly, almost same, coding interview 2 to 4 rounds, and then design round. And that particular design round, again, design round or project work related round, means if in the masters or in your graduation, if you have studied something, if you have done your project on some kind of topic like machine learning, like IR, information retrieval, then these kind of topics will be discussed in one of the rounds. And then another one, Facebook, same kind of story, coding interviews, then design round, behavioral interviews. All these are taken from the company's profile. Okay, so company Facebook takes these kind of rounds. Behavior round is very simple, but starting to are, you need to go to target Google. Again, the same story was design round and coding round. For all those companies, the very simple procedure, very simple concept, that is the first thing, this one and this one. And this comes only when you will be having a good hands on the practice, on the coding practice. Okay, I'll tell you step by step procedure that how exactly you can go further, how you can test yourself that okay, my particular skills are enough to go for those things or not, or those companies or not. I am ready to be picked by these companies or not. That also I'll be telling you in the future slides. Okay, so this is the Google's slide. You can see career.google.com. There only they have written these interview procedure, and that's those topics they have mentioned: algorithms, sorting, data structure, graph, mathematics, and recursion. This most of you actually ignore, but very important. All the people who are going to go for masters in good college like IIT, NIT, or IISc Bangalore, then definitely this mathematics should be really good. Apart from that, you may need to learn mathematics. Why? Just because in the algorithms also you need to have some kind of proofs, some kind of mathematical calculation to calculate maybe algorithmic complexity, or maybe space complexity, or maybe the algorithm itself needs some kind of proper mathematics, right? So you need to have a good hands-on practice on mathematics also, as Google, not even Google, every company needs. Okay, now if you are aware of the interview procedure, then let me tell you what is the first step you can start with. If you haven't done anything till day, no problem, I will tell you कि zero से start करके hero कैसे बनना है. Okay, how to master the coding? This is the first step. See, we feel like I am doing my graduation since first year. I have written so many codes. I have written this type of code, this type of code. Then I will directly jump to the 10th step. It happens. It happens. I have seen multiple students, multiple of my friends started directly coding very high level codes or high level problems, and hence here is the demotivation starts. यस माय फ्रेंड्स, डिमोटिवेशन यहीं से आता है कि आपको प्रॉब्लम है, आप डायरेक्टली जंप करना चाहते हैं. अरे प्रैक्टिस, स्टार्ट फ्रॉम जीरो. यू फील लाइक वॉट एवर यू नो इज रिक्वायर्ड, but let's test ourselves if we are able to do some basic things or not. So here it is the first thing. These two things in parallel, you need to start from zero. Whether you know lots of things, whether you know every single thing, but still you need to start from zero. You take one programming language. Majorly you need to pick one programming language which is based on object oriented methodology, just because most of the major companies, big tech companies, are asking for OO programming methodology implementation. So you need to pick one programming language. You may pick C++, you may pick Java, any other methodology which is based on what? Which is based on one thing, which is OOAD. Object oriented methodology you need to have in that programming language. Then you start data structure. And what data structure? Basic data structure. Array, and then linked list, tree, graph, sorting, searching, hashing. All these basic data structures you start, and these two you start in parallel. So in basic programming language, to know the programming language concepts, to know the programming language statements, its features, its syntax, you need to code, and that with the very basic you start here. सबसे बेसिक से स्टार्ट करो. आपको लगेगा अरे बच्चों वाली चीजें हैं, बट वही बच्चों वाली चीजें ही बाद में काम आएंगी. See, most of the company interviews are, students are failing in those interviews. You know why? Just because they were not able to handle the small boundary condition, or they were not able to write the correct condition, or they were not able to write the correct code. They were good in their data structures, they were good in problem solving, but sometimes they were not good in the implementation part. So you need to learn both the things. Data structures, of course, apart from that, implementation. So let's start with the zero, that you don't know anything. Let's learn the programming language from zero and then go for data structure, and parallelly you do. So one data structure, let's say I have started with array. So I will go with what? Array and its implementation. So pick up some 10 to 12 problems which are on basic level and solve those. Implement those up to the each and every single level. You will not feel, अच्छा ये तो मुझे बन ही जाएगा. ऐसा कभी मत feel करना दोस्तों. कभी मत ऐसा सोचना कि नहीं ये तो बन ही जाएगा. So you need to, if I am saying you need to start with zero, means करके देखो चाहे कितना ही easy है. Sometimes those easy things can give you a good learning and understanding. So start करो, अगर बनता है तो well and good, confidence आएगा. When you will go slowly step by step, then definitely हर कोई आपको ये बोलेगा, आपको अपने आप से ये लगेगा कि yes, I am doing good, I am progressing day by day, and hence this is the key. So you start with zero, start with the programming language, learn it with the small things, and then learn one by one data structure and algorithm. Okay, so if you want to learn any programming language, I have brought for you some kind of links here in this particular PDF. For C language, I have given you some kind of basic programs. These programs, you take the reference. I'm not saying itna hi enough hai. Might possible you may require more, might possible you will require less. So these are the references I have brought for you: C language, Java, and okay, one particular slide has been missed here. So these for Python also I'll provide the links, don't worry about it. So these three languages I have picked, and just go for the problem solving. So all these problems you can write in C++ also. Solve these problems so that you will be having a good hands-on practice on the programming language. After that, you go for data structure. How you can learn the data structure, I will tell you later on. This particular thing is for those members who want to learn data structure in Unacademy. If you want to learn the data structure in Unacademy, that's the secondary thing, but this thing is first important part for anybody, that if you want to learn the coding, then go for a simple tutorial anywhere available. But if you know the basic coding methodology like C++, C language, Java, Python or something, do one thing: take these simple C language program or Java language programs and try to solve this. Try to solve this by yourself. Try to implement it by yourself without going for any solution. जब तक एक प्रोग्राम पूरा perfectly नहीं बनता है, आगे नहीं बढ़े. You don't go anywhere without writing or completing the code. And one more thing I want to tell you here, very important tip: any programming language you try to implement, any programming language you practice, one tip is very important, that don't try to write the code in a really good IDE. बहुत अच्छे एंटरप्राइज पे या बहुत अच्छे कोडिंग टेक्स्ट एडिटर पे नहीं करें. You know why? Just because these code editors or these IDEs are giving you so many suggestions, and those suggestions will kill your understanding. You know why? Just because in the interview most of the time you will be writing the code on the paper. अब वहां पे आपको नाम याद नहीं आ रहा था यार कि कैपिटल P था इस मेथड के नाम में या स्मॉल p था. There will be an underscore between these two names or not. ये मेथड का नाम बिना अंडरस्कोर के था या अंडरस्कोर के, नहीं पता. And that was the biggest problem so many students have been facing since long. So try to practice the coding on a general editor where there is no any suggestion is available. Hence, you will be writing the code by yourself, every single word, every single character. Definitely, I can bet on this particular point. I myself did the same thing for Python learning, and I have learned the Python up to that level कि every single word also I could write easily. So these small character, the capital character, comma, I mean that अंडरस्कोर इज देयर और नॉट, बहुत सारी ऐसी प्रॉब्लम्स आप फेस कर पाओगे जब आप खुद से कोड लिखोगे. सो विदाउट सजेशन, practice the problems. These are the basic problems. You practice these first. After that, you switch to the data structure. In the Unacademy, how you can learn the data structure from our side, I myself will teach the data structure on Unacademy Plus from tomorrow onwards. Here is the poster for that, but that I'll talk about that later. On YouTube also, on the same channel, I am going to talk about data structures also for the basic level. Basic level means from the basic, and then I'll be teaching it up to the advanced level, which is required for GATE preparation. So you can learn here by live lectures in upcoming month. As of now, there is no any schedule left, or there is no any schedule prepared. That's why I have written here as a question mark. But for Unacademy Plus, if you want to learn data structure, then from tomorrow onwards, I am going to start. Okay, for tomorrow onwards, whatever I'm going to start is this one, multi-purpose comprehensive course for data structure, and that particular data structure course, of course, will be benefited for your gate preparation, plus it will increase your interest in coding. So specialty is like this. I'll be giving you the problems which you'll have to practice in your handpicked programming language, so that you will be able to get the gate practice, plus you'll be able to have the coding practice too. But that is not mandatory for everybody, boss, but this is mandatory for those people who are in the college, who want to learn the data structure up to the utmost level, so that their problem solving, so that their interview picking interviews will be easy. Right. Okay, now listen, this is the advanced thing. This is the advanced thing. Yes, Python also comes in OOAD. There are classes, there are other OO methodology implemented in Python too. Okay, now advanced step is what? Once you learn the basic programming methodology of any programming language, suppose you have chosen Java, so Java के कुछ programs लिखो, ताकि आपको Java के statements लिखना आने चाहिए. Before you go for data structure, then you have picked the data structures. In the data structure, what you gonna do? In the data structure, you pick array. In the array, you solve 10-15 problems. Then after that, you go for linked list, 15-20 problems, basic level, no any advanced level, so that you can understand the data structure properly. I want you to understand first the data structure. After that, once you understand the data structure, there are specialties, when we can use it, how you can use it, how you can implement it, how you can apply the basic operations on each data structures. Once this is done, then you are going for the advanced level. But still, in this level also, I want to talk about this. In the tree, binary tree, heaps, binary search tree, there are so many things. In the binary tree also, you have like in traversals are there, right? Like pre-order traversal, post-order traversal, in-order traversal, all these are there. So every single thing you need to understand and you need to implement. See, for gate preparation, no any implementation is required much, but for your interview preparation, implementation is must. So everything which I can teach, or if you can learn from somewhere in the data structure, implement it. Implement it in the programming language which you have picked, so that you will be having a good practice on data structure, learning of data structure, plus you'll be having a good learning of the coding also. Once you are done with all the data structure like hashing, graph, DFS, BFS in the graph, tree, and then linked list, stack, queue, heap, everything is done, sorting, searching, and everything is done. After that, you are going for advanced step. There are two ways to go for advanced step. One is you straight away try to solve the problems, interview problems from different places. Like there are so many websites are available, like Geeks for Geeks, leadcodes.com, and there are so many websites available. From there you can take that, okay, Amazon interview questions, take one by one question and solve those. On the lead code, you can have some arranged in proper manner solutions, like with the easy level first problems on array, linked list and all, then after that medium level, then advanced level. So like this you can go. One thing, other thing I am going to tell you now. So first thing is, you can go to the different sites. You can pick lots of problems from there and practice those. Once again, I am telling you, boss, any problem, you just check out that कि ये नया है या पुराने से related है. You need to first understand the solution, how you will solve it, and after that you need to implement, चाहे वो कितना ही easy हो, as easy as possible. If you are having the problem also for you, but still you will have to implement it. वो बहुत जरूरी है. Every single problem which you have picked for your practice, you need to first frame a solution for that. अच्छा, इसको ऐसे solve करेंगे तो हो जाएगा, and after that you need to implement it also. Implementation is very important, boss, if you really thinking about going into these companies. Okay, now next thing is this, कि either you can handpick the problems and solve there, otherwise you can go for this one. This can have multiple what should I say, different multiple benefits if you'll be going for competitive programming. Why I have picked this competitive programming here to show you, just because this can be a really multi-dimensional benefit for you. What are the multi-dimensions? First thing, if you are really good in competitive programming, which is not easy initially, so you need to go through till this particular level that you are able to solve all easy problems, you are able to write the code for all easy problems up to medium level problems into all the data structures. Itna aana chahiye, then only you can switch to this. It might possible that based on your current profile, current working, current study, you may take 2 months, 3 months, 4 months time. But still, I am telling you, people have given the interviews of Google by practicing up to 2 years. 2 साल की practice के बाद भी उन्होंने Google को target करने की कोशिश की है. Just because they knew कि up to this level they were not ready. After 2 years they made themselves ready. After maybe 2.5 years, maybe 1.5 years. तो keep continuing the things, then only boss you will be reaching to the advanced level. तो आपको डायरेक्टली जंप नहीं करना है. अरे इंजीनियरिंग का ग्रेजुएशन के लिए भी 4 साल लगते हैं, जस्ट बिकॉज यू नीड टू इम्प्रूव योरसेल्फ अ लॉट स्लोली. So it cannot be done in 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, sometimes maybe 6 months. You need to have a practice from starting level if you are starting with 0, or maybe up to middle level if you are good enough in the basic things. But takes time, so don't directly jump here. But if you are good enough in the advanced, easy or medium level, then you can go for this one. Competitive programming. In the competitive programming, what you can get, you can learn from there. There are so many websites conducting the classes for you to teach how to, attempt the competitive programming questions. Then you can compete, you can win, plus you can be picked by the companies directly if you are performing well here. Of course, there will be so many companies who will be giving the offer to the coders directly from these competitive programming platforms. So you write the code, you just crack a particular competitive programming with good rank or good particular result, and hence you'll be picked by really good companies. One option. Second option, if you are writing the programs or codes in the competitive programming, then definitely you will improve your coding skills, your problem solving skills in the coding up to the maximum level. So slowly once you will start with the easy level, medium level, advanced level. If you are writing the competitive programming code, you can earn the money also, you can earn the job also, and multiple reasons or multiple purpose are there which you can fulfill by this competitive programming. And from Unacademy's perspective, one more thing, if you don't know that Unacademy recently have acquired one of the greatest competitive programming platform. This is CodeChef. So here on the CodeChef, and along with the Unacademy, you will be having option to learn the competitive programming, how to write the codes and how to compete in these. Every single thing, like live classes will be there, recorded session will be there, practice problems will be there, doubt support will be there, and everything. The world-class programmers will teach you competitive programming. So if you feel like you are good enough in the basic program, then you can go and learn the competitive programming. So every single thing is present on the Unacademy's platform for you people. That's why this particular platform will be really helpful for you. All the members who are seeking for the schedule of YouTube, please wait till this particular month end. We are going to bring you lots of initiatives only in the placement domain. I am going to start data structure full length course for GATE computer science. Then I am going to teach you some basic level of the placement training program also. So just wait for this particular month, and next month onwards we are going to bring you great initiatives in the placement also, in the data structure for GATE also, and might possible after your GATE exam completes, we may bring for you the coding practice also, like high level, whatever the interview coding or interview programs are there in these companies. I myself can teach you all those codes also, how to solve, how to attempt, and then at the end implementation of it. All these things I can bring for you, but you need to wait for it up to the month end. But there is no any surety, but one thing we have a surety is you can start your learning of data structure from basic to the high level, advanced level, with interactive study, with so many doubt sessions, with so many practice problems, with so many homework problems, and all these things will come under a subscription which is called as Unacademy Plus subscription. So tomorrow onwards I am going to start the classes for data structure, which is multi-purpose course. Hence, you will not be only in the gate domain, you will be in the two directions going. One is data structure for gate, one is data structure for your placement training. So this particular thing is very important for those members also who are going to write the gate exam. You know why? Just because after the gate exam, suppose your rank is 250 and you are still trying to get into higher rank IIT, then IIT may ask you to give an interview, and that interview will surely include the data structure and its problems. So for those interviews also, if you want to prepare now only, then this is the place, boss. This is the place. Then apart from that, one thing I can tell you is this: if you will use the code VDEEP10, you will be able to get 10% cut discount if you are thinking about Unacademy Plus subscription. I myself have given the interview of Microsoft, Amazon. I have cracked the Amazon interviews, technical rounds. So you can understand I am having, see, you can see that coding interview problems I teach and that I have taught for multiple times. Right? So if you want to learn data structure, maybe for free, this particular channel you subscribe after this month and I'll be bringing the data structure course. But if you want to learn the data structure course in multi-purpose way with so many practice problems, so many coding problems and so many DPPs in the course, then you need to join Unacademy Plus. Okay, and if you want to learn some basic data structures, I have taught on Unacademy's platform. You can go to Unacademy on unacademy.com or on Unacademy's app, search this name, follow me over there and go into the special classes. In the special classes, you'll be getting so many recorded sessions which I have taught. Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So now next thing is what? Look at this. What I have brought for you is this. Some tips I wanted to give you. Some tips I wanted to give you, which is very, very important when you try to crack such kind of big interviews. See, I have applied for Google and they have given me a good PDF, a big PDF for the Google interviews, and what that PDF was containing, only the procedure they follow. And you know what they follow? One particular problem they'll be giving you for coding interview, and that particular coding interview will consist a problem. Let's say if they'll be giving you a problem, there can be multiple solutions of that problem, maybe thousands, but what they ask is you just give us the most optimized answer with its complete solution written on the paper. And that particular written on the paper code should not have a single syntactical or any logical or any kind of error too. That is the procedure of Google for their software engineers. So you need to understand that up to what level preparation you need to go through to reach to that level. Sometimes you may require 1 year or 2 years, or sometimes you may require 6 months or maybe more than that. So please do one thing, is this one. Okay, so this particular thing is very, very important, and which is consistency. Consistency is the key, my friends. You need to make a habit of coding daily to daily, maybe one problem, two problems, based on your easiness or easy, medium, hard. Maybe if you are starting with the easy, let's go with the 3 or 4 problems per day. Then go for 2 problems in the medium level, advanced level, 1 problem per day. Go through that particular procedure per day so that you will be able to achieve that level in which you can see, you can feel like, yes, now I can crack the interview of Google. So all the members here, whoever are here, if you are really aiming for big companies, one thing for sure you need to understand is this: consistency is the key. You need to learn the coding but you need to go through that particular procedure of daily problem solving of 1 or 2 or 3 based on it is the easy or medium or hard or very advanced level problem. You need to solve daily to daily one or two problems, hence you can reach to that level कि वो बहुत advanced level आपके लिए हो जाए. Okay, so for the preparation, this is the only tip which I wanted to give you, which can make a life changing event for you. Maybe 2 years from down the line from here, if you are in already software industry, start preparing from today from zero, and hence slowly you will get the confidence, you will get the understanding, knowledge and everything, and one day definitely, my friend, you will be into those companies. Okay, now if any doubt, query, question somebody is having, then they can ask. Otherwise, I want to tell you one more thing, that this Plus subscription is having live classes, structured schedule, test series, unlimited practice for both. If you want to go for GATE and you want to learn the data structure course from my side, you can take the Plus course and you will be able to practice the data structure. You'll be able to get all other courses from my team. Other than that, if you want to go for competitive programming also, there is another subscription for that, and that too you can learn from the world-class coders and programmers. If you want to go for iconic subscription in GATE, that includes the personalized coach for you, one-to-one mapping coach, study planner and expert guidance, and so many other benefits it takes. But if you use the code VDEEP10, you will be getting 10% discount in your subscription. So if you want to learn data structure up to that level, I can assure you that definitely you will not regret your decision if you will be coming for Unacademy Plus. 10% discount, yes, you can get, plus you'll be getting my support, my team support, my mentorship. And yes, I can tell you, I have written the GATE exam multiple times. I have given so many interviews, coding interviews in my life. I have taken the coding interviews also for few big companies. So I am having really good experience in giving and taking the interviews plus teaching the GATE. Okay, so if you want to learn under my guidance, you can take this particular subscription using the code VDEEP10. Okay, fine. So happy learning, everybody. There are so many portals, so many things which you can learn. The books are not bounded. It's better to go with the sources available online. Any other question? I am not looking at any other question here. There is no any question available next. So okay, fine. So fine then. Okay, happy learning, everybody whoever present here. I want to wish you a good luck for your starting. If you are thinking like you can crack it, yes, you can crack it. Just you need to be consistent for next few months or maybe a year or maybe more than that to achieve that particular big target. These companies will pay you whatever you will demand. Just prove your understanding, prove your problem solving skills, and prove your candidature. Okay, so till next time, whenever we'll be meeting, before you are going, if you are preparing for GATE exam, this particular platform, again, I'll be meeting you guys tomorrow 5:30 p.m. live for computer organization architecture pipeline chapter. I'm going to start tomorrow pipeline processing tomorrow on the same channel 5:30 p.m. so we can see each other tomorrow at this time 5:30 p.m. Till then, happy learning, enjoy the learning, keep learning so that you can keep growing in the life. Bye bye everyone.